Hi, kids. Okay, on this day in film history for August 26th, let's start with a film that was released in 1994, and that is Natural Born Killers, directed by Oliver Stone, from the screenplay of Quentin Tarantino. Of course, they changed the screenplay quite a lot, that in the end, Tarantino just gets story by credit. Tarantino, this is an interesting time, broke out with Reservoir Dogs, and then Tony Scott, Ridley's brother, um, directed True Romance based on Tarantino's screenplay, and then Oliver Stone comes and he's going to adapt one of his screenplays for Natural Born Killers, and Tarantino says, "Yeah, wish him all the luck." And then when the film eventually came out, Tarantino disowned it. That's not my work. So um, it's about a couple that goes on a killing spree. Happens sometimes. It's Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis. Interesting because Woody Harrelson's dad is actually a contract killer. So runs in the family. Only Woody doesn't do it for real, as far as we know. Controversial film, banned in some countries, but made some money at the box office. Had a $34 million budget. Made $110 million. Natural Born Killers. Oliver Stone was very influenced by what was happening in the media at the time, the O.J. Simpson trial, Rodney King, all these things that were big in the news. So it kind of points the finger at the media. I wonder what finger he was pointing. Okay, let's talk about a birth. 1921, the birth of David Begelman. He was an executive. He was a producer. He was an agent, responsible for producing. A lot of the films he produced were also starring his former or then clients, Shampoo, Funny Girl, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. In 1977, it was discovered that he had been embezzling funds from Columbia Pictures. He was in the books, writing off things, paying people for their services, when in fact they didn't actually do anything, or they didn't actually receive the payment. He was just keeping those funds for himself. It's also discovered at some point that he had been taking money from his client, Judy Garland. Um, he was also a bunch of various things. He told Judy that she was being blackmailed, and the blackmailers wanted this and this and this. When there was no blackmailers, he just set it all up so he could take her money. You don't take money from Judy, or you do, because he was quietly let go from Columbia. So he was kind of allowed to keep working in Hollywood. The person who discovered that he was embezzling was kind of blacklisted after that. So much so that in 1980 he just became the COO of MGM Pictures and got to keep producing films there. Fame, Poltergeist. Trick question: who directed Poltergeist? And then rich white guy gets to live happily until 1995, at the age of 73. He is found shot dead in his home. So it was ruled a suicide. Shot himself, or maybe somebody finally shot him. Anyways, fun story. 1980 is the birth of Macaulay Culkin. Of course, he is the member of the Culkin fan, the first one of them to acquire any fame. Tempestuous relationship with his parents, especially his father. Reportedly not a very nice guy. Of course, he's in Uncle Buck, and then Home Alone's My Girl, the black or white music video, his relationship with Michael Jackson. Kind of retired from Hollywood. My favorite fact about Macaulay is that he was in a Velvet Underground cover band, but it was all pizza themed covers of Velvet Underground songs. So it was the Pizza Underground. So happy birthday, Macaulay Culkin. He is 43 years old today. And then lastly, we'll talk about a death. 1930 is the death of Lon Chaney Sr., because Junior isn't really a junior. He was born April 1st, 1883. He is, of course, the man of 1,000 faces. Did his own makeup, had his makeup kit. He died of lung cancer. He's transforms himself into the Phantom of the Opera in Phantom of the Opera. He's Quasimodo, Hunchback of Notre Dame. He paired up with Todd Browning quite a few times. If he hadn't passed, he would probably be playing Dracula instead of Bela Lugosi. He's a sort of a Jack the Ripper Dracula type in London After Midnight, sort of a lost film. I did a video on Lon Chaney. Anyways, Lon Chaney, he's awesome. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.